No other market research podcast earned recognition 2 years in a row, meaning 2019, and then again in 2020, as being named one of the best in the marketing research field. And we're proud to welcome you to that one podcast that did earn such a distinction. We call it Research Business Daily Report, and it's also the research industry's only daily research video blog. So please enjoy this edition, and if you do, we hope you'll lend your support for our video series. You can see on the screen right now where you need to go to do that. And we'll tell you more if you stick around with us to the end of today's report. I'm Bob Lederer, now in my 26th year as the respected voice in market research. In speaking today about online qualitative, well, I know I'm more likely repeating myself, but there's a reason why I'm hitting this subject again, which really predominated during all of 2020. Because yes, every qualitative research agency and individual had no choice last year but to shift their tried and true focus group, central location, etc. qualitative efforts to an online version. Well, truth be told, there was one qual researcher that we learned who did not make the move in 2020. And that's because she had opted to dive into online qualitative back in 2008. Yep, 13 years ago. So today we give Layla Shea our podium to educate all of you why she pushed ahead on the online qualitative curve so far ahead of everybody else. Layla, please fill us in.
Thanks, Bob. In the past year, thanks to COVID, the world has moved to online qualitative research. Now, I'm not here to pat myself on the back, but I purposefully made the very conscious decision to move to online qualitative methods 13 years ago in 2008. At that time, I worked for a marketing insights consulting firm and was frustrated that the only qualitative tool at our disposal was focus groups. That's not a knock on focus groups. When used properly, we got a lot of great insights out of them. But just as when you're building a house, you need more than a hammer in your toolbox. We needed more qualitative tools to get us closer to the moments that mattered. We suspected that getting out of the room and into people's homes could give us more human insights for clients, possibly even doing more with less. So I set out on a mission to explore online tools and platforms to creatively tackle qualitative research objectives. Quickly, we came to appreciate the power of putting the researcher into people's homes through their computers and their phones, especially using asynchronous methods. This is the kind of research that does not happen in real time, such as journals, diaries, and discussion boards or communities. These tools enable us to give people tasks or activities to complete on their own time, rather than trying to remember and tell us about it after. 4 benefits, we call them the 4 C's, suddenly emerged: collaborative, comprehensive, candid, and convenient. Now, we don't have the time for detail on each of these right now, but I can say we learned 13 years ago what the research industry as a whole discovered in 2020. That well-designed online qualitative research, where participants can complete activities on their own time, can generate incredible depth of learning. For example, asking people to write a breakup letter to a brand they recently stopped using gives us incredibly rich emotional context, laden with metaphors that speak to lived experiences with brands. You'd think we'd recruited a bunch of poets if you heard participants' analogies as they shared how they related to a specific piece of brand communication. The comfort of being in their own environment without the pressure of other people in the room yields incredible honesty. Now, fast forward from 2008, now we find that people are even more comfortable using technology and video when they're participants. Platforms we use are more accessible to participants of all abilities, and these platforms are ever evolving to enable us to tackle our qualitative research objectives creatively. And research buyers are more open-minded about additional qualitative tools in their toolkit. That's allowed us to get more creative with mixed methods for iterative studies. Now, I've got an important recommendation for you before I leave. I encourage you to explore different qualitative tools. Get creative. Don't force fit one method or platform to fit all your needs. As the coronavirus hopefully subsides and in-person research options start to open up again, use all research methods with purpose and think about how you might integrate other qualitative tools to help you get closer to those moments that matter the most. And as we decided to do over a decade ago, do yourself a favor and stop building your house with only a hammer.
That's a wrap on today's Research Business Daily Report. If you are not familiar with our editorial goal, well, let me just tell you, we want to give you news, insights, and or commentary every single day that you're not going to find anywhere else. And we hope that you'll appreciate what we're presenting because of the uniqueness of the material. And that, we hope, will help you decide to become an RBDR Patreon supporter. And we encourage you and everyone else to visit our exclusive crowdfunding platform at patreon.com/RBDR. We hope that you have a good research day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. And until then, as always, I encourage you to do everything you can to please stay safe.